Good evening, everybody, and thank you for listening to another episode of Damian's Advocate. I am Damian. That's the advocate. See, I got to get better at these pointing things. Hello, Coach Sarah. How are you?
I'm good, Damian. How are you?
I am doing swimmingly, to borrow a phrase from our friend Michael Beltran.
Swimmingly, huh?
Swimmingly, yes,
Swimmingly.
because it is Friday.
Oh,
Friday. It is the
forgot.
celebration time, bitches, for us to be able to partay.
Oh, wait, I'm not partying tonight.
I'm just playing, y'all. I don't party like that, man. My hips and my back will tell me stop that because you can't be partying like that anymore, sir. But for those who are just joining us for the first time, we are both life and personal development coaches. We are both divorcees. We are doing this show because we are visiting this land of dating in this new realm of swipe right culture. And it is nauseating to say the least, but also some other things, some empowerment, some enlightenment. So I'm trying to help the people out there, essentially give you some tips and tricks to kind of navigate life as you do you, as you continue to grow and develop as people. Find the show, as always, find it on YouTube, find it on Periscope, find it on Twitch at Damian G Show. Find us on Instagram at Damian's Advocate, as Sarah is voguing. Unfortunately, for those on the podcast, cannot see this at the moment.
I don't know
But
what's
Sarah
happening.
decided, I have no idea. I said Friday party, and she just started to vogue. Whatever, man. But that is our backstory for those who are just joining us. Thank you so much. Now she has her hat on backwards like she's Grandmaster B from Married with Children. But Sarah, today's topic, look, a lot of people often say we
Okay.
are we are negative toward
Mm,
dating. We
mm,
are not the most positive lights when it comes to dating. And I scoff at that assumption, to be quite honest,
I
because
do.
all we're doing is pointing out some truths out there. When we
That's
talk about red flags, when we talk about negatives of dating, and yes, a lot of people say, why you guys focus on the negative so much? Okay, we heard you. We're going to switch this up a little bit. But before we get into that, I want Sarah to kind of go into something maybe she wanted to talk about from off air to on air, which will lead us to today's topic. So,
yeah.
Sarah, you have the floor.
I have the floor. It is Friday. I don't know what's happening today, but I'm a little extra, and that's okay. I wanted to kind of jump into something that I had this realization about today. And it actually involves a lack mindset. Now, I've heard this lack mindset multiple times because it's typically talked about in finances and having a lack mindset and focusing on the lack of money you have or lack of things you have. And I had this realization that I actually may have a lack mindset, but just not when it comes to money. More so when it comes to dating relationships myself, I guess.
Sure.
Sure. I basically this is the realization I came to. I had this moment of dealing with myself, which happens often because that is what I do. Every single day I have a lot of self-reflection, and I realized I've been focusing on what I can't. We talk about what do we bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
I have been focusing on what I can't bring to the table, what I don't bring to the table. And some of it, a lot of it, is things I actually cannot change.
Okay.
And that in dating relationship, I believe, or dating in general, or self improvement, whatever, is a lack mindset. We're sitting here focusing on what we cannot bring to the table, especially if it's things that we can't change, like height, age, um, our like things in our past, tattoos. Although I did change this one, and this one is new, and this one is mine, and I made a choice in it, and I don't regret it. The red flags that some people bring up.
Get to
If
the
there are things,
point.
if there are things we can't change, why do we focus on them? Instead, I decided to focus today. Now, this is an easy journey because it's a habit thinking about what I can't bring to the table. Focusing on what I can bring to the table. What do I have that is good that I bring to a relationship? That has been my realization today. And
And
so I want to piggyback off of this. And what do you mean, and before we go
I'm
in?
waiting. What are these things that you are bringing to the table? Please, Sarah, enlighten the folks at home.
What am I bringing to the? We've already gone over this before.
No,
on
no,
a
no, no,
previous
no, 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 no,
episode.
no. Because you had this epiphany, you had this realization. So there must have been some sort of aha moment that brought this out, didn't it?
What an aha moment that brought this out?
Yeah. So thusly, you now know what you bring to the table because you are fully standing in your power, correct?
Oh no, I had the aha moment that I wasn't focusing on what I do bring to the table. Have I sat down and thought about what I actually bring to the table yet? No. I just realized
Oh,
my focus was in the wrong direction.
I
Then
understand.
then I had kids that showed up in my life, like currently, like they're here. They've been in my life for years, but
I was like, wait a minute.
they showed up and decided to steal my attention, and I did not get to focus in on that. But that is
Okay.
on my list of things to do today.
So all that to say,
Hmm.
is essentially, since you were always focusing on what you don't bring or the red flags, because that's
Hmm.
one way to rile you up. Today's episode is going to center on something we came across this week called relationship green flags. And this
Yes,
comes
green
from
flag.
an Instagram post by a user called Muvamia, MUVAMI on Instagram is her handle. And we was talking about, hey, we all bring up this red flag conversation, but have we ever stopped to think about what exactly would go well in relationships for us? Because there's no shortage of information on red flags. What about green ones? Things that make you feel good in a relationship, as opposed to, I don't know about this one. So I thought that was an interesting conversation point. Case in point, one of the first green flags she has written here is, if you're in a relationship and you're encouraged to chase your wildest dreams, that is a relationship green flag.
It is. I love that green flag because, again, coming out of a relationship that was codependent, and there's a lot of relationships out there like this, it's, oh no, we want to keep you close in here, and oh no, I can't live my own life without you. If you go, the fear of you go chase your dreams, I'm going to lose you. And so a lot of times in relationships, it's not actually encouraged. And
Right.
that is a major, major green flag, in my opinion.
It reminds me of that episode of Saved by the Bell where Zach sabotages Kelly's modeling career because he was jealous that she was going to forget all about him.
There was another show like that. Yeah, it's an insecurity thing in a relationship, and thinking that if someone chases their dreams, you will get left behind. And you know what? Sometimes that does happen, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But then that just means that wasn't your person. It's a matter
Right.
of learning to be completely secure and accepting of who you are in your life.
I am one of the biggest go live your dreams person that
Right.
people probably would ever date. Ask them to a girl, to a woman, they will all tell you, Damian never got in the way of me trying to pursue my dreams or what I want most in this world. I would never get in the way of that, because why would I want that done to me? So yes, that is a big time green flag. Let me find someone that really aspires to root on my broadcast career or my side ventures or my coaching, that is constantly a cheerleader for me to go pursue my wildest imaginations. Where I come from, and we'll get into the lack mindset and lack thereof a little later, but we weren't always encouraged to chase our dreams growing up. We were always said, no, play it safe. Do the typical things so you can get safety and avoid scarcity. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I need to be around people, not even relationships. I need to be around people that constantly push me to chase my dreams and be better. So that is a great green flag. Another one they've listed is they can't rest when you're hurting, i.e., the partner can't rest when you're hurting. Now, what that means is almost similar to the you don't go to bed angry, or if you know the person you love and care about. And this is also personal relationships as well. If you
Yeah.
know someone is hurting that you care for deeply, it's going to bug you
Oh
that
yeah.
they're hurting.
Oh yeah. This is I know this to be true because it means they actually legitimately care about you.
Yeah.
I'm like this with my people that are closest to me. I don't, again, we've discussed this. I do not let a lot of people close to me. And
No.
when my people are hurting, I do not sleep well. I don't do well. I get anxious, and it's because I care. It means they legitimately care about you and your purpose and the path you're on. And yeah, I think that's a green flag for sure.
Another one is you feel safe when you're with them. That is paramount because you've talked about this. You've talked about how little you've allowed people in your circle and thusly you don't feel safe because there's been so little people that have been allowed in that circle. But you've told me and you made a post today on Facebook about it, where you feel safe with this core group of people that you've befriended over the last, let's say 9-10 months,
Yeah.
as opposed to any other point in your life where you didn't have this circle.
Yeah. I mean, I got emotional about it last night for whatever reason, and today is just kind of continuing because I have a very small circle and I'm okay with it. And safety is a big deal to me because I don't think I've been around a lot of safe people. It's something I discussed today in counseling, actually, and I'm extremely grateful for the people I have around me right now because I can actually be me, and not be scared to be me. I've lived life like that. When I'm myself, I've been attacked or, oh, that's not enough. You need to be this way. You need to be that way, and I don't have to fear that anymore. And that is definitely a huge, for me, biggest green flag there could be.
Well, that begs a question, and I'll answer myself after you answer this question. When was the first time when you didn't feel safe to be you? Do you remember the first time you ever felt unsafe to be you?
I early elementary school,
Mm-hmm.
early childhood. This is years of not being able to be me and struggling with it. I think that's why, even though this year has been so chaotic and hard, it's also been one of the best years because I get to actually be me for the
Mm-hmm.
first time.
Interesting. So you don't remember the one instance that kind of spawned that?
Yeah, I remember the biggest thing I remember, and this was like third grade. Yeah, third grade, is I was literally told we could not be friends unless you changed who you are. That is literally, you can't act this way around these people. You can't act this way around these people. And it was a problem. Yeah. And that started very, very early.
Got you. Well, to self-disclose, I know exactly the day it happened. I remember it like it was yesterday. The first day I remember where it wasn't safe to be who I am was when I was in improv theater when I was 16 years old. I remember we were doing a training exercise and it was revolving around just getting loosened up and getting into kind of character. And I remember we were all trying to loosen up by dancing. And I'll be the first to say, if y'all remember Sinbad from that movie First Kid, I believe it's First Kid, where he's trying to teach the kid how to dance. He's like all upper body is like my I look like I'm dancing, but my feet ain't going nowhere. So that is how your boy at 16 was dancing with his cement feet. And it was like silly. I was just being dumb. And I'll never forget, these two girls were just like, that's how you dance? That's so stupid. And immediately I remember, because growing up, you always kind of remember the negative stuff. You don't focus on the positives, which we'll get to in a second. Yeah. I remember how much that changed me. That made me not want to be silly, not want to be fun, not want to just relax. And I loved improv theater. I did it for a long time. It was one of the things that got me out of my shell. But having the cool kids, say that to me sucked at the time. Yeah. And that continued on, where I'll never forget former girlfriend of mine back in college told my brother, supposedly in confidence, because, my brothers can't be trusted. It's like, I wish your brother would dress more street.
why are people so mean?
I
What?
laughed about it when my brother told me. I said, what does that mean? And then when he told me, because at the time I don't pay attention to things like that, I laughed so much. I said, sweetheart, don't you know who you were dating? Like, did you not figure this out? I don't fake the funk.
Good.
I don't fake the funk. You're gonna get what you're gonna get with Damon G. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna try to hide things from y'all. I'm not gonna be all like, oh, he's one way or is he? Mm-mm. People think, oh, you're so mysterious. No, I'm just so damn obviously blatant. You think it's me being mysterious.
Yeah, I can attest to that. That's truth.
Because people have asked you, they're like, oh, what's his deal? And your response is essentially, don't you get it? That's Damon's who he is, man.
I've told him yeah, they're like, they get nervous around you, like, oh, I'm not sure what he's thinking. I'm like, he'll tell you.
All
If he
you got
doesn't
to
say
do is
anything to you,
ask.
you're good. Like if you're good.
All you have to do is ask, and I will gladly tell you. But in terms of relationship green flags, yes, you feel safe when you're around these people. Number 4 on this list is you're able to communicate your needs safely. I think that goes without saying.
Oh, but you know how hard that one actually is in a relationship?
Is it?
You know how many people struggle? It's not, I mean, you and I are both pretty good at communicating our needs.
Mhm.
Like you and I both are. People really struggle with that though. Like I think a lot of it goes to, we can go back to that reparenting episode, where they weren't allowed to talk about what they wanted or needed as a kid. And so when they get in a relationship, they legitimately do not know how to talk about or express their needs. And
Right.
sometimes it's they express their needs and are judged for it or put down for it, or um, yeah, it also means you are able to communicate with this person, because some people just are on different pages when it comes to communication, and that's okay. It's just okay. It's just not that it's just not meant to be, kind of thing. And so being able to communicate with another person is a big deal.
It really is, because I struggle with this. For the love of God, I have struggled with this so much because it all goes back to growing up. Men aren't supposed to share their emotions; they're supposed to keep it inside,
Uh,
till it hurts inside, kind of thing. And then it comes out like Mount Vesuvius, and then people say, "Use your words." Well, one minute you want me to use my words, and the next minute you don't want me to use my words because that's not manly enough. So dun 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 dun, dun juggle. So that's what we're left doing. But I have struggled for a long time for being a communicative partner. I would just eat it, and prayed that the problem would go away. But oh no, Damon does not do that anymore. Damon has now changed, and he will say what is in his heart. He will say what is in his mind, and he will welcome the open dialogue, which leads to the next point of you feel respected even when there's a disagreement.
yeah, that's super important. That's super important. You're not going to agree on everything in a relationship.
Nope.
You're not.
Even in this friendship, there's moments where Sarah, like, I call Sarah on some stuff, and she'll look at me with this face of, I hate you right now, because she has to face the music about something. And
Do I though? Do I? See, we're about to disagree right now.
well, when it comes to stuff that I've called you on that I literally have seen in front of my face, you
No, yeah.
do realize you're doing it and try
Yeah.
to work on it. And what happens? We're still here. We're still doing the show.
Yep. We have disagreements, believe it or not. Believe it or not, we do. And it is okay. And we are still here, and we're still the best of friends. And this is for any like friendship, relationships, people you have in your life. You do need to be able to have disagreements and still feel respected, regardless if you agree or not.
Right.
Like politically, some people that's a like a, and this depends on the person. If you don't agree politically, it's a no-go for friendship. But I do, when for a lot of people, when let me think how I want to say this before I just talk. Oh, for me, I know politically I don't agree with a lot of people, or I do, they just don't realize they agree with me. That sounds super cocky, but I am not Republican and I am not Democratic. Very kind of centralized, actually libertarian. And I'm willing to have a conversation with anyone about politics. But the second anyone starts attacking me, I'm done with the conversation because you're not respecting me in that disagreement. I will not attack someone for their opinion because it's not healthy. That's not how it's supposed to work. We're supposed to be able to both express our opinions, understand why, and then maybe or maybe not come to an agreement. And it's okay if you don't. No.
Well, that's the thing. Respect. The term respect sometimes gets overused when people say, "Oh, you don't respect me." But in reality, it's, no, I don't tolerate this nonsense. So I'm respecting you by not jumping down your throat because I disagree with something.
Yep. Yep.
That's respect. It's respecting your ability to say what you want as long as you're not crossing any boundaries to me, especially in a relationship. Man, the amount of times where I've had to bite my upper and lower lip just because I am improving as a human being, because we're flawed.
Yeah.
And I respect their opinion, especially one thing in particular that you and I overcame on the side of the highway. If you remember that one.
Yes.
We overcame that barrier, but I'll distinctly remember some conversations I had with people about, well, you're not a real man because of X, Y, or Z.
Yep.
Which is a different show. We can get into another show about what's a real woman, what's a real man, as opposed to.
Oh,
We'll save that.
Another feisty show.
We'll save that for another day. As we're still going. Right, we're focusing on the positive relationship green flags here on Damian's Advocate. Find the show, as always, like I said before, on various streaming services. Thank you to Anchor.fm for sponsoring the podcast portion of the show, and the Damian G Show on Twitch, YouTube, as well as Facebook. And the final green flag, it says you are, well, they misspelled your. I hate that. You are unique. Your uniqueness is genuinely embraced.
Oh, yes. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. It was something I dealt with today as well, because listen, your girl's a little weird. She's a weirdo sometimes, and it is okay. And this was the big thing I went through today, is I was talking about what I wanted in a relationship. And what it boiled down to is I wanted to be accepted and loved for me and all of me. And I think that's what most people want, I'm pretty sure, in a relationship. And some of me is a little weird. I'm a little weird. I know it. I own it. Damian tells me how weird I am all the time. And I'm like, yes, it's true. It's true.
You embrace it after a while. Yes. Because I just let you know, hey, it's okay. You don't have to change anything. You could literally stay the way you are as long as you're growing to be the best version of yourself. Why do I care? I don't care how weird you are.
I'm a little weird. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. This whole list had me thinking about all the times that I've had clients that I've worked with and my own personal experiences where all these things in theory work, are great hallmarks of a relationship. Then again, you can have all these things and it still not work out for whatever reason. And that is okay.
It is okay.
And the reason why I bring this up, we didn't talk about this pre-show, but something came up before I jumped on from one of our favorite YouTubers, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews.
I was watching him before this.
He posted something of a young man, looked to be mid to late 20s. The first line in the post says, "I'm afraid to lose my girlfriend." And then it became this whole diatribe on essentially always going above and beyond to keep your girlfriend's interest because you're afraid to lose the person. And I was livid, was not the word I'd use. I felt for the poor boy.
Yeah.
Because I remember little Damian, 22-year-old Damian, had that same almost lack mindset, because that's what it comes down to. It is a lack mindset. And one of the quotes I posted on in the group chat, I'm going to paraphrase myself for a second, is I read this and I felt for him. I felt his pain of his value being put in his girlfriend, in his relationship. And mind you, they are an attractive couple. They both look to be in their mid to late 20s, more so probably young to mid 20s. And just seeing him write that. And then there's pictures of him going above and beyond for his girlfriend, putting rose petals on the bed, all these balloons, all these romantic tropes that we grew up thinking and being told was the way, to quote The Mandalorian, that was the way. And I just wanted to just hug this kid and also shake the crap out of him, because he will learn. He will learn that when you put someone on a pedestal, they can't wait to jump down.
And let me be clear on this. Women do this too to their men.
Of course.
Women do this too. They try to be, I mean, I did. They try to be that perfect little housewife, and do all the things and look cute. And sometimes it's not enough for that person.
It is.
Sometimes it's not enough. But, big but, that does not mean you as a person is not enough.
Did you say big butts?
Big butts, lots of big butts. Because just because someone does not see your value and your worth, it doesn't mean someone else won't. Which is why I got my tattoo. It is why I got my tattoo. Which says,
what's your tattoo signify?
That I am enough. That who I am. Now, this, to be clear, this doesn't, when I say I'm enough, it doesn't mean stop growing. I wanted to make that clear. Mm-hmm. When it means I'm enough, is just because someone doesn't see my value, just because some people don't see my worth and what I actually bring to the table, doesn't mean I don't bring something to the table. It doesn't mean I'm not enough of a person, or I'm not enough for a relationship, or I'm not enough to make a difference. I am enough. I'm the one that determines that. You are the one that determines your worth and your value, and if you are enough. And so I have to remind myself daily that I am enough. So it is right here every day for me to see. So it wasn't for self-mutilation. It was for or attention. It was for a reminder to myself.
I know where that's coming from. That comes from the infamous 16 red flags for dating a woman in today's times. That if anyone wants to read that manifesto or that document, please contact us. I will gladly share it with you. I will gladly show it with you. It is humorous. I'll say it's humorous.
If you want to go back a few episodes, if you want to see me lose my shit. God, you just have to bring it up and I'm going to lose my shit. That's all you have to do. That fucking stupid 16 list.
Well, that just goes to show that you still need to put a kibosh on reacting to things, Sarah.
No, does it? Is that what I have to do? Who says?
Growth and development. What we tell our clients in terms of not reacting to every little thing.
Okay, yes. I don't react to everything, but there are some passion points in my life.
Those are called pain points, by the way.
Yeah, that's one.
Pain point.
That is one. That is definitely one for sure.
But I want to take 2 steps back and go back to the young man and the gentleman I was talking about before, about saying that he can't afford to lose his girlfriend. And just made me think, it made me even think now as we're talking, if that's your biggest accomplishment, if that's the one thing you can't afford to lose, you're going to lose in the end, because you have this mindset of, this is the best I can do. There's one thing of showing appreciation. There's one thing of being a good romantic partner. There's another thing about doing too much, like we like to say, and then it bites you in the behind, because it goes both ways. I'm sure in a reverse situation where a woman says that about a guy, that guy, just like that other girl, has at least 5 orbiters waiting in the wings. We may not realize they're orbiters, but when you look at it from a blank slate, there's 5.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you think men have orbiters?
Of course.
Okay.
I think everybody has orbiters. That's why I said both ways. Everybody has orbiters.
Okay.
You want to know how I know this?
Because you have some?
How many people ask you, what's Damian's story?
Oh, God. Stop asking me that. You'll go ask him.
How many women have asked you, is Damian single?
Too many. I'm over it.
So there are orbiters. We just don't realize that they're orbiters. But let's go back to this mindset thing, Sarah. When people say the lack mindset, what does that mean to you when someone blurts that out?
That there is not enough for you, that there is not enough to go around. And if we can listen, what you focus on is what you get. Mm-hmm. I 100% believe that. And if you're focusing on all the lack you have, all you're gonna have in your life is not enough.
Goes back to what you said earlier about thinking about what you don't have versus what you do.
Yeah. And we do it a lot. We do it a lot in relationships. And this is the biggest thing I've been learning. When you have enough worth and value within yourself and you know it, you can afford to lose anyone. You can afford to lose anyone. Like, it's going to be painful. That's not there's no denying that there will be pain. Like Damian's my best friend. If he were to walk out tomorrow, I will survive. Will it hurt? Yeah, it'll hurt. Mm-hmm. I'll deal with it. But I know I'm worth more. I know what I bring to the table. We should know what we bring to the table. We should know our worth, and it's something we have to discover ourselves and move in. But another person doesn't determine your worth. And if we allow other people to determine that, we will be lacking. We will be. We can't focus on what we don't have.
And I just want to remind people, some may say we sound like broken records, but you would not believe the amount of people we've had to coach through these things by repetition, affirmations, constantly reminding people that they are valuable, constantly reminding people that they have worth outside of their relationships, because some people think relationships are the end all be all. Take it from me, a reformed version of me that used to think the biggest deal was getting in a relationship because that's all I saw around me that's the goal. That was the big life goal, to be able to attract a partner so you can get married. That at 12 was told to me that is the goal. So if it sounds as if we're repeating the same story, it's because we have so many other people we work with and talk to, and on this show specifically, that keep making the same mistakes.
Yeah. And here's the crazy thing. We make those same damn mistakes too. I'm not thinking we're enough.
You got a tattoo to remind you that. You got a tattoo to remind you that.
I literally have to remind myself daily. Freaking daily. So we're going to tell you every damn time.
We're not trying to sound hokey.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I won't. I'm not going to tell you every 5 minutes. Because after a while, I'm going to look at you and say, well, you're not listening, obviously. So I'm going to let you rock with that for a little while before I hit you with it again.
Yeah. But yeah. Focusing on what we don't have, we will continue to not have. Mm-hmm. That's the main thing there.
True. And the amount of my family, me, you, people we know, our families, it's a circle. It's a weird drain where you just go down it and down it and down it. And then when you finally get out, you kind of look at it from outside the bathtub or outside the sink of, oh, I did this. Mm-hmm. Y'all do this. Mm-hmm. Why do we do this?
Yeah.
It's baffling. And your value is only set by you. Your comparison points are against only you. This isn't meant to sound like an after-school special. This isn't meant to sound as if it's some woo-woo, ha-ha nonsense. It is literally, I am telling you, I am begging you, please work on your own value before even trying to entertain the thought of getting into a lifelong marriage or commitment.
Yes.
Build that anchor. Build the foundation for a house, they say, right? Good foundations.
Foundation or roots to a tree.
Okay, hippie, whatever you say.
Oh, well, I'm laughing. I'm going to tell you guys a story.
Yeah, hippie.
I flirted with someone at a bar, and you were with me. This is when we were with the swingers.
Shut up. I'm walking away.
You should be proud of me. And this is I can't believe I did this, but I was proud of myself. And mind you, there was vodka involved. But I think they were a waiter. I'm not really sure. They came up. The guy had a tattoo of this tree on his arm. He had a tattoo of a tree on his arm. And your girl played a game that I don't typically do. I was like, oh my God, I like your tattoo. I probably sounded like that too. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't remember.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I was like, what does it mean? He's like, well, I just really like trees because of how deep the roots go. And it means, the deeper the roots, the stronger the tree is. Like, oh yeah, I really feel that. Like, that means a lot to me.
What kind of ecstasy ayahuasca conversation was this? This is ridiculous.
You were getting told by a woman that you should try her hips out. So
yes, I should take her hips out for a test run. That is
and I was
essentially what she said.
With some guy about his tattoo. And then oh God, I hate to admit this. He said, "Can I get you anything at all?" Like, just water, because I didn't want to go back to the bar. So
wait. You did the one thing, or one of the things that you can't stand that women do, and you did it.
I did. I did a lot of things last night. That night that I don't typically do, like the going to that bar scene and seeing the peacocking and like things I've never done in my life. And I said, I'm never gonna do this again. And I did the, oh hi, can I have the water? Because your tattoo is so amazing. Yeah, I did that. I'll own it. I flirted. Look at me. Normal human.
Normal human.
Normal single human.
In her backwards Star Wars cap. Yes.
Yeah.
When's that mixtape coming out there, Grandmaster B?
You know what? I may just come out with one. I'm going to create us a theme song.
Please don't. I'm begging you. Please
well,
don't.
Now that you told me not to, I really want to. Okay. Me and Mike B are going to get together. We're going to write this.
Which Mike B? There's two.
Who's Mike B?
Exactly. What is Mike B?
Why is Mike B? Yeah.
That's an inside joke, y'all, for some people who in the free play community, who is Mike B, for instance?
Who is Mike B?
We don't know. We know he likes Fruit Loops. That's what we know. We know Mike B likes Fruit Loops and tigers, apparently. That joke's only for like 25 people, and no one else is gonna get that. Sorry, y'all.
All right, back on track.
Back on track here on Damian's Advocate. I just wanted to remind people that a lot of this is jokes, a lot of this is tomfoolery, and sometimes we talk about serious things, and then sometimes we like to joke around and be silly because that's our true selves. True selves are something that people seem to have forgotten nowadays because we live in a society, in a world where it's all smoke and mirrors for the most part. It's all filters. It's all protection. It's like Mysterio from Spider-Man. It's all smoke and mirrors and illusion, especially in the dating realm. There is illusion everywhere.
We're going to do this filter thing now? Because
damn right we're doing it.
All right.
So all right. Before I jump in with my 2 cents, because I feel like since I don't use filters, I don't have to go first. What do you think about filters, Sarah?
Oh, God. Okay, I really don't use filters. You accuse me of using filters. I do not use filters.
I've seen you do it once or twice, so let's not even.
I made one. I did a filter today to prove a point about beauty standards. And okay, this is maybe where I get feisty. I'm not okay with these beauty standards. I'm not okay with them. I am all about taking care of yourself, being the best version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, at some point in my life, there will be gray hairs. At some point in my life, wrinkles will be here.
Mm-hmm.
That's how life works. Nothing I can do about it. And to say that a woman is worthless at that point is ridiculous to me. And I don't believe that these fucking filters are helping any of these standards. I'm sorry. Because everyone can just put on a fake face, and that is the beauty standard that is expected. That is what is expected. And when reality hits them, when this is who I am,
It's gonna hit you hard.
this is who I am, this is me, they're gonna have a problem with it, and therefore relationships aren't gonna last long if we are expecting everyone to look like a freaking filter 24/7.
That's why I owe my friend Dio a big thumbs up, a big thank you, because he was the first one to put us on to the filter game a long time ago. Some of us didn't really listen, but now we are, because right now Sarah's doing the duck face. That was something back in the day that I just couldn't stand in general. It's, I guess the male equivalent is what, the mean mug?
I don't know.
Like the angry face, so yeah, that face. But Dio, because he's a photographer, showed us the fakeness, the falsity, the angles. His favorite term is, look at the angles. We talk about that stupid Instagram pose where you're thrusting your back leg out to make your booty look better.
Pop your heel up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't do it.
So your boy went on Tinder recently, right? And I decided to take that dive, and God, I regretted it. 90% of the photos I came across from the women were all filtered. Instagram, Snapchat, editing software, Photoshop, whatever that face that Sarah just did in the camera. Just no. I regretted it. Sarah, tell people what the disappearing shorts are.
They're shorts that go up into your booty crack to make you look like you have a booty when you don't actually have a booty.
Didn't we see one of those on Wednesday?
We see them all the freaking time. All the time. All the time. All the time. I literally, every time we hang out and go out in public, it's like, look, disappearing shorts, disappearing. They're all over the place. All over the place. Wednesday, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Just, and you pointed out, you're the one that points it out. So now that you know this, you point out.
I pointed out. I
just want to let people know. Yeah, Sarah actually stares at more butts than most of the men I know that do that. So good job, Sarah.
I own it.
Mind you, she stares at both men and women's butts. She is an equal opportunity butt starer.
Yes. Only interested in the male butt, but I look at all butts.
She likes big butts and she cannot lie. She tried, but she cannot lie.
The other brothers can't deny. All right.
You get sprung. First off, you got the word wrong.
I jumped into Shrek for a second. I'm sorry.
For the podcast people, she was doing Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby Got Back dance while voguing, and it just, you're going to have to tune in on YouTube to see the actual video.
I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from.
It's fine. But for me, this makes me not want to even bother on dating apps. Because it's one thing to get prettified. It's one thing to put some makeup on or to feel your best self, as we like to say. But if you're eliciting help from electronics, from your phone, from your cameras, to make you seem as if you are magazine cover ready, in reality, you look like Fiona from Shrek. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's misleading. That's a problem.
I want to discuss something.
I'm disgusted by this conversation, but go ahead. Let's discuss something.
I do. I want to discuss something that it's really funny because you and I joke about it all the time, about the mask covering up half the face.
The keep your mask on all stars. Yes, that is one of my favorite things I have noticed since COVID has still been here, obviously, but since the restrictions of lockdown have kind of been a little bit more relaxed, people are going out more, masking it up. There are people that look good with the mask on, and the minute they take it off, yikes. And that's not even just a me quote. That's something that we both have seen. So we have adopted this term called the keep your mask on all stars. So I attribute it to, I compare it to, if you've ever seen the movie Scary Movie, Marlon Wayans' character is having sex with a ghost, and the ghost, he tells the ghost, don't take the mask off her face. He's like, don't F it up, don't F it up, don't F it up, because she had a butterface for a ghost. So the amount of men and women, because if you literally just see this on me, you won't know what the rest of my face looks like. Thankfully, I'm handsome enough to pull off not being one of the keep your mask on all stars. But Sarah and I went for Asian hot pot the other day, and we saw a couple of keep your mask on all stars, both men and women. And it's as if you're opening a present and the Jack in the Box comes out to scare you. It's da 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 da. Hey, da 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 da. And you're like, no, put it back on, put it back on, please, put it back on. Which begs the question, Sarah, an important question. If you know the person is a keeping your mask on all-star, would you have sex with them if they kept the mask on?
Probably not. Probably not. Again, it's an emotional thing for me. So this is what I'm going to say. I had this happen last night at the bar. I work at a bar, to be clear. I wasn't just hanging out at the bar. And I had a customer. I was like, he's like, can I? So clearly this is not just us. He's like, can I see you like without your mask?
Oh my God, that's right. He asked you to see the whole face.
He wanted to see my whole face. And I was like, I was cracking up. I was like, where's Damian? Because this is hilarious, because it's what we talk about all the time about, all right, you may be attractive, but the second you put that mask down, it changes a lot of people. I mean, freaking Snapchat has had those the face mask filters for like 5 years now, before COVID happened. But yeah.
But that's one of those funny things where, oh my God, Sarah, the amount of people we have seen that need to keep the mask on just for their own protection, wink, wink, is plentiful. Yeah. You are not one of the keep your mask on all stars, so
I appreciate that.
That's good. And obviously people at the bar you work at have said the same thing. They like the pretty face. So high five to you. Yes. I have yet to receive any complaints from women who have seen my face under the mask. So thankfully, and this is not us puffing our chest out or anything like that, but it's just funny because we used to say butterface all the time growing up, and it's a bad term. It really is. And I don't mean to make fun, but there are some people, I would say, just please leave the mask on, not just for your health, but if you're trying to date and you do oh no.
The mask is not just for your health, it's for my eyes as well. That's so sad.
I didn't say that. You did. Don't put words in my mouth. I did not say that. Don't try to make me to be the bad guy.
Oh, you look so much better with your mask on. Can we keep that on the rest of the night, please? This was going great until this moment.
Well, think about it this way. If you actually have sex with that person, it's similar to Julia Roberts' character in Pretty Woman, where she says, don't kiss on the lips, but you can do whatever you want. So maybe it's a new wave of sexual endeavors in the new COVID world, where people just leave the masks on and they have their gloves on, and they have their gloves on their hands and on their orifices. And exactly.
I'm like trying to block my mind eye. I don't want to.
Your mind's eye, really? You're trying to block your mind's eye. That's funny.
I'm too visual.
Feel better now?
How did we go down this path?
I don't know. And this is pretty much our normal conversations where we go down these rabbit holes and we get lost halfway through and then we make our way
Filters.
back to filters. All in all, hey, the mask is a filter of sorts. You just said it on Snapchat. It is a literal filter.
Well, it's a literal filter to filter out the COVIDs on your face.
The COVIDs on your face.
Yeah. Filters. So, men use them on dating apps too.
Why?
I don't know, but for me, it's an instant turnoff. And I was on a dating app today because I decided to download them again today because I saw one guy, he was like, if you got filtered photos on these Snapchat photos on your profile, just go ahead and swipe left or whatever way it is. Just left. Yeah. I was like,
left is no. Left's a no-go.
Mine got filtered. I don't filter it. I did do a filter today and show Damian the difference and why it was stupid. I actually hated the filtered photo more than I hated them both. I hated both those photos.
Okay, full disclosure, and we will not show this picture in question, but I can tell my best friend this. Mm-hmm. Yes, your filtered photo and your regular photo, you're still pretty. It doesn't matter if it was unfiltered or filtered. It's not you fishing for a compliment. I'll tell you if you look like crap too. But I did notice the filters did punch up the first photo. And I could see why you were mad because all I kept thinking was, wait a minute.
Dark circles in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. So, no.
Like a tired mama on there.
Which is fine. Be you. Look, I know I'm a jerk sometimes. I can be a jerk. And I know sometimes I used to clown my exes for dressing frumpy. But I'd rather know what I'm getting myself into off the jump than find out. Well, there was a movie like that where she took off the wig, she took off the nails, she took off all the falsities, the lashes, or as you call them, the Miss Piggies. And
God, Miss Piggies.
No, abort mission, run away. I need an adult.
I need an adult. You know what? I feel like should be a red flag. It probably shouldn't. A lot of women are going to hate me for saying this.
The fake lashes, right?
Yes. I can't stand them. I can't. One, probably because I can't wear them very well. But two, they make you look like Miss Piggy. I'm serious. That's all I see when I see these is Miss Piggy. That's all I see. And to me, I'm like, all right, this is what I associate it with. Party girl. I sound like freaking that YouTuber I can't stand. Mm-hmm. Party girl. Just shallow. I have all kinds of assumptions when it comes to false lashes, unless it's for like cosplay purposes. I'm not I'm not interested in women in general. I lose respect.
I'm gonna quote really fast. Who's to say I'd do it for anybody else but me? What's wrong with that?
Well, go ahead. You do it for you, girl. Not my thing. You do you. You do you.
Fair enough. That's a fair enough statement. Look, I actually I told somebody earlier today. I said, listen, I look for me in my general view of myself today. I said I looked like a bum, and they didn't believe me, and so I sent them a photo of how I look like as a bum. And you yelled at me about this, about my hobo bum look, and the person wanted to yell at me and say, "That's your version of looking like a bum?" She said, "Try being a woman," and I said, "What the hell is that supposed to mean?"
Oh. Do you know how easy it is for a woman to look like a bum?
Please tell me.
It is so easy. Apparently, leggings and a t-shirt is bummish. Shorts and a t-shirt is bummish. When guys wear it, jeans and a t-shirt, it's attractive. They put in effort. When I associate bum with men is torn, stained t-shirts.
Whoa. Porn stained?
Torn.
Torn.
Like wholly torn t-shirts with stains. Like the armpit stains, like the white shirts with the yellow armpit stains, and the gray sweatpants that I'm pretty sure haven't been washed in a while, and with food on them. Like, that's what it takes to look like a bum as a man. Women literally could put on jeans and a t-shirt like, oh, I see you didn't put any effort in today. Like, no, I didn't. Honestly, the only reason I started wearing dresses was because it was way less effort to look nice. It's just one item. Oh, there we go. I don't have to pair all this together.
You want to know the funny part? And this was brought up the other day when we were celebrating your birthday last Sunday, where Jigna pretty much says when she met me, she saw me dressed in button downs and all businessed up, as we say. And now I've just been wearing nothing but, in the summertime, nothing but jeans and t-shirts. And she goes, man, I so thought you were one way, and now all you do is wear jeans and t-shirts. And I didn't take it as an insult. I just took it as, well, it's 90 degrees outside. We're at a bar. I'm not trying to impress anybody. What would you wear? But for me, that's bum wear. Like, that's my version of bum wear, jeans and a t-shirt.
No. Does not look bummish on you. No one has complained about your wardrobe. Matter of fact, your less bummish outfit made a guy hit on you and ask, why is he so well kept?
Why am I clean? Apparently is a problem.
Why are you clean? I was like, because he's got respect for himself. I was ready to fight that night.
Because I shower. Because I take showers. And some of y'all don't do that. And that's not cool. And another thing that Dio and I once talked about, apparently there's a contingency of men out there who don't wash their legs in the shower, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
They don't use soap, cleaning product, and water on their legs because it's just the Puerto Rican shower, as my father used to call it, armpits, asshole, crotch, and teeth. And they leave some of the other stuff unsoaped.
Okay, why?
That is disgusting.
Okay. Well, apparently I have a type, and I've only dated men that actually clean all of themselves, and actually that are well put together. I know that because I know that I am a type that does, and so I have zero attraction if you aren't clean, I guess.
Zestfully clean for those who are old enough to know that reference.
Yeah, man. You're gross. You're gross. I mean, you know how many guys come in wanting to flirt and have greasy hair? And I'm just like, hair's a big deal to me. Hair is a big deal to me. And if you have gross, greasy hair, it is such a turnoff.
Okay, you know what? I was going to end the broadcast here, but I think we need to go down this rabbit hole now for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
You personally, Coach Sarah.
Uh-huh.
Turnoffs.
Turnoffs?
Turnoffs.
Oh, bragging about your money. I hate it. Bragging about your money and, I do this, that, and the other. I called that the dick measuring contest. That's a huge turnoff for me. Oh, I'm better than this guy, better than that guy because this, that, and the other. That is a major turnoff to me. Major. Bragging. Never mind. I'm not gonna go into that one. Greasy hair. Yeah, that's a gross one. Let me think. I'm pretty accepting, open for the most part, but it's usually when I get to know the person, I see major turnoffs. Not willing to learn, not willing to grow, all that stuff.
What's an automatic deal breaker for you?
Automatic deal breaker for me.
There's no coming back from it. This comes out, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about that. What about you? While I'm thinking.
You know what mine is. Remember my first date, that first date I told you about, the worst date on paper?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a specific word you can't stand either.
Yes, that was what I was alluding to. But I can.
No. Another word that's appropriate to say online. It's not an actual word, but people use it.
Conversate. Conversate is not a word. It is converse. the amount of humans that still say the word, let me conversate with you, as if it's some sort of actual verbiage.
That's a deal breaker for Damian.
It's not so much a deal breaker, more than just it's an annoyance. But there are some things that are deal breakers for your boy. And to be quite honest, I'm going to lump it in with one major thing. I'm going to call it the hood booger mentality. It can be from verbiage, the way a person speaks,
body language
is a turn off, can be a turn off to me. To be quite frank, any woman who drops the N-word, automatic no-go. Automatic no-go. I don't care. Nope. Not happening, bro. Not happening. Because I can talk about that really bad first date I went on. She was a double master's having woman, and she was a PhD candidate for early elementary education for I believe it was second graders, writing a book. And the first words out her mouth on our date were, "Oh, what up, my N-word?" And I said, "I'm sorry, what?"
This human is colorful.
I would have preferred if she would have said, "What up, human?" I would have preferred that.
She's a colorful person, let me tell you. I don't know this person, but that cracks me up every single time.
And then the hood boogery of getting sloshed before the meal actually gets there when you're on a dinner date.
So, like, Damian, like, what about the opposite of like hood boogery? Is that like a problem for you, or like is this like a major turnoff, or is it like something you can handle? Can you like see past it?
This is making me really uncomfortable. You know how much this impersonation you do makes me uncomfortable. It's cringy. It is
very cringy. I mean, I don't really enjoy doing it because I can't stand to be around it. But like, I just was curious. Like, how does it make you feel? Like, for real?
If you sound as if your IQ is 2, then that's a problem.
But like, this is like the Instagram talk. Like, if you really wanted to,
that's how people talk on Instagram.
People, oh my God! Yes.
We're done. Everything that Sarah just did was an automatic no-go. It literally sent shivers into my body, and not in a good way. It was, this is so uncomfortable.
Oh, if it wasn't my face, if it was let me see, I have all this broadcasting stuff right here. I don't have a face of a person here. If it was some other girl, and she was talking like this, like, is it something?
We know girls like this, and I've told you, no.
I can't handle it. I can't handle it.
I've told you, no. That's a no-go.
Okay, so we want to go down my major turnoffs. It is to sum it up, it would be that dick measuringness. Any guy sitting there like, no. Let's have
one comes to mind. One particular phrase comes to mind when you say that. I'm kind of a big deal around this part in this community.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
My man literally told you he's a big deal.
I'm kind of like a big deal in this area. Oh Lord. Okay, yeah, that right there is an instant no. Okay, there's a lot of turnoffs for me. There's just a small amount of people I click with, and it's a matter of being able to sit down, have a genuine conversation, a healthy conversation, and if that's not possible, if we're just sitting there, or puffing your chest up the entire time, like, no.
Hey, what up, Chris? Chris joined up all late.
Yo, so late. Yeah, were you drinking tequila? And how come you did not share any with me?
Because it's only 6 o'clock.
It's Friday though.
Chris don't start tequila till 8, I don't think. So we got 2 more hours for that.
I'm gonna be having a boring Friday night tonight. I do have half a bottle of wine, but That'll just put me to sleep. It'll be a boring night for me tonight. But yeah.
I'm about 3 seconds from walking to the Quick Trip where all the hobos are and getting a buzz ball. No, getting a buzz ball.
That is a bad idea. This is a bad idea.
For you. Oh yeah, that's right. Chris, happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
No, not yet. It's early birthday because he's going out to dinner with the missus.
When's birthday? It's soon. We both have September birthdays.
Yes,
tomorrow?
It is soon. Sushi night tonight. Good job, brother. Good job. Bad idea. Oh, the buzz balls are a bad idea.
It is.
Unlike Sarah, I don't do karate kicks when I'm drinking a buzz ball.
I know the Four Locos make me do karate kicks. Buzz balls make me interview everyone.
This is true.
I interview everyone with I don't know what they do to me. That takes me to a level that I've never been to before, and that's only happened once. And that night does not need repeating. It does not need repeating.
It's almost as if you took ayahuasca and you became the alternate version of yourself.
Since we're going to be around safe people tomorrow, buzz balls.
No, we are not doing buzz balls tomorrow. No.
Okay.
Not gonna happen, bro. All right. What are your last closing shots before we get out of here?
Last closing shots. We were a lot bit more positive than normal today. I hope you're grateful for it, since
you're grateful. Be grateful, damn it.
Be grateful, since you complain about our negative views on dating. It's literally, we just care about you. We want you guys safe. We want you guys to be the best version of yourself and not go get into a relationship that you're going to regret and be hurt. But if you need help in this what we do. That's what we do. We help you through this. You need to help.
Job.
It's our job. You need help with healing from a past relationship. This dude, you need help. You need a cheerleader to sit there and tell you every 5 minutes that you're worth it. That's me.
That girl.
You need fitness advice. That's both of us. We're here to help you live the best version of yourself. And if you guys wanted the positive shit, we give you the positive shit. If you want us to point out what to avoid, we gonna point it out. We're good at that. So
thank you, Chris. It is not negative. It is coaching.
That's right.
And Sarah coaches a little bit more momish, and I coach a little bit more tough lovish.
Yeah. I'm a lot more momish. I can be tough lovish. I just not as much as Damian. It comes out less. Than with Damian. And if I've had vodka, it's gonna come out. I don't give a shit.
Chris says he's in shape. Round.
That's a great shape to be in. And you know what shape you need to be in? The one that you love yourself in.
And on that note, I think that's the perfect time for us to end this show because Mom just called and she's doing her dance again. So you can find the show, as always, Damian G Show on all your streaming platforms. Thank you to YouTube. Thank you to Twitch, Anchor.fm for sponsoring this episode. Find the show on Instagram at Damian's Advocate. Are still relatively new. We have to change the logo. I like the one with the black and white where we look like ghosts. I like that one. So that's our Instagram. Please send the moderator, i.e. Sarah, any requests you want us to talk about, any issues, anything you want to work through. And yes, Chris, you are a confident big dude. That is true. He is one of the most confident people I have ever met.
Topher's one of the best people ever. We need to go see Topher again soon.
Yes. Yeah, he's good dudes, he's good people. That's not many people I call my brother that isn't related to me, and he's one of them. But as always, thank you so much. Reach the show at DamianGShow@gmail.com. And remember, folks, without you, there is no us.
Yes,
please swipe responsibly. And if you know it's a trap,